Hello Libra, welcome to your tarot reading here on Dove and Serpent Tarot. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, and consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. Now this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. Remember, Libra, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you, and there is a Prince of Cups. So let's find out what's going on with that energy. Let's use our Dove and Serpent spread. And as I do this, I would also like to say if there's anything you need me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know in the comments, okay? Finishing up with the path of the serpent now. It's very interesting energy. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. We're going to use the Waite-Smith deck. And this will also be the deck that we use for the extended reading, which you can find in the description box or click on the link towards the end of the video. And this is the card here that we are going to let the alien rest on top of. And we're not going to look at that card until the very end of the reading, okay? And hopefully by the end of things, that will tie everything together and give us the confirmation that we need, okay? So let's see. We've got just this one major arcana card, just the Magician down here. So this is going to be the focus, I think. It's going to be a very important card. We have water. We have some earth, some air, some fire, a couple of quartz. We have some air and some water, another earth kind of court card energy. So I feel like there's something going on right now with this, maybe a water sign person. I say that, but I don't always mean that. I don't mean that you're going to be able to find out for sure that, oh, they're a Cancer person or a Scorpio or you know, they're a Pisces person. You may not know this about them, right? That's a very real possibility. We don't go around really with a list of everybody's, sun sign, let's say, for instance. When I say somebody's a water sign, I mean that this person is going to be displaying some qualities of water that you're going to be perceiving, okay? Now, what do I mean by that? Well, I think this is somebody in probably your workplace, it could be in your home, but I feel like this is somebody who is around you in the place that you do business, the place that you do work, whatever you do on a daily basis. If this is your career, your job, your employment, if you are retired or something, perhaps this is where you go and what you do every day. Maybe you stay home. This is the work you do in the home. But there's somebody around you that kind of has like, they're sending mixed signals out, right? They've got this watery energy about them to where you can't really see. The water's not super clear. You can't see down to the bottom. You don't know what's in there, okay? So this is someone in your life that is a little bit emotionally confusing. Their communication, their words don't really seem to reflect the water that you're perceiving around them or within them. So there is a little bit of conflict here between kind of what they say and the vibe, the energy that they give off, their aura. And I think that this is in some way affecting your productivity, your work, your commitment to doing these things, doing these projects, this work that you do every day, okay? Now, when I say work, I don't just mean what you do for money. I mean whatever you spend your time doing, whatever you are working on. What is your life's work right now? Capital W, right? Which includes the little w too. So this person is affecting you here. Okay, they are either directly involved in what you're doing or they're on the periphery, but they are maybe a little bit of a distraction. Maybe they're a little bit of a of a cog in the wheel, a little bit of a wrench in the spokes, or a wrench in the gears, a stick in the spokes, I guess would be the image. They're just disrupting things a little bit, not through any direct action, but because you don't understand them. You're trying to figure them out. And it's almost like you don't really super care that you don't get this person, but it's almost like just something that nags at you, that you kind of have to find out what's going on here, right? What is this person all about? Why do they seem like they're hiding something? Why do they seem like they are feeling something different than what they're saying they're feeling? And it could be someone that you've always known. It could be a coworker. I mean, I guess that's a possibility. But I'm almost leaning more towards this being someone that you live with, or someone that is around you often in your personal space. Okay. And because of this weird dynamic between the two of you, it's kind of disrupting the things that you do every day. It's disrupting your capital W work, right? And I think it's someone that you may even have had this kind of issue with before. This is the Ten of Swords. I feel like there was an end to this relationship in some way. Maybe it was you kind of just agreed to go your separate ways. You agreed to just be friends. It could be that you have tried to understand this person before. You've tried to improve the communication. It just breaks down again, and now you're kind of right back to where you were before. The Ten of Swords is telling me that you're kind of at your last straw. This is kind of your wit's end right here, right? And it's almost this idea of, I've tried to get through to this person. I've tried to form a bond, to just get some communication going, to open up a dialogue. It just isn't working. You're just about ready to throw in the towel. You're just about ready to kind of write the whole thing off as being hopeless. This could be a relative, could be a son or a daughter, could be a sibling. This could be a parent or something too, right? It could be a friend, could be a roommate, could be a coworker or a colleague or an associate. Could be somebody that goes to the same community organizations that you go to. Church, temple, lodge, a charity, whatever it is. Okay? Whatever it is. But they are this relation. I shouldn't say they are, because it's more of the dynamic that you have with them is interfering with the routine that you have, with the way that you have your life set up, the way that you have the things that you do every day. You kind of have this routine about your life. And this is the interruption of it, right? But in some ways, this is kind of fun. Maybe not fun, maybe that's the wrong word, but it's kind of exciting. It kind of stirs things up a little bit. Here's the Five of Cups. Five of Cups is about motion, right? It's about some feelings being stirred up again. So it's almost like it's better to feel a little bit of this confusion, maybe a little bit of anger, this bit of excitement is better than things just being so routine and so just kind of, I don't want to say ordinary, but just so businesslike and just so organized and just really just too routine, right? Everything is just flowing too well. This is a little bit of excitement. This is the wrench in the gears just to see what happens. But again, I don't think this is anyone's intention. I think that there's part of you that enjoys this kind of challenge or this kind of intrigue, this kind of mystery, right? Who is this person? I'm kind of intrigued now too. Who are they? What is their relationship to you? And why is there this kind of weird cloak and dagger almost kind of feeling to it, right? It almost has like a spy versus spy kind of thing to it now. I don't know if this is just a friend or an acquaintance that you have a kind of rivalry with, if there's some kind of envy there on their part, if they're a little bit jealous of this work, this project, the routine that you have. Maybe you're very successful or very prominent in some area of your life, and they see you getting all the accolades and all the recognition, and they're a little bit jealous of that. There's something like that. Maybe they do smile and shake your hand, but really inside they're saying, I hope they fail. I really hope they trip and fall. It could be. It could be. In the immediate future, or the kind of way forward here, we see a little bit more of this. We see this Seven of Wands. This, to be honest, I don't see this really coming to much of a conclusion here. It's almost as if this is just going to continue. The only thing that might be the saving grace here is, both of these court cards. These earth court cards. The Knight and the Queen, the fire and the water, the two opposites kind of coming together with this shared purpose, goal, project. It could be that the only way to overcome, this card's about overcoming, right? The only way to really overcome this disparity is if the two of you are kind of forced to work together, right? So maybe this is a work thing. Maybe the two of you are going to be assigned the same project, or you're going to be stuck kind of working with this person, and then you're going to have to figure out a way, the two of you, to get along, at least enough to complete the work here, right? These two cards, they're going in opposite directions, but they are in the same environment. They're stuck together in the same place, maybe at home, maybe at the church or the temple, maybe in the charity, maybe in the workplace. Right? And they've got their backs turned to each other. They don't want any interaction. But maybe being stuck in a room with this person, maybe literally, you're going to have to reconcile these differences. You're going to have to overcome whatever the animosity is, whatever this blockage or confusion, whatever this issue is between the two of you. And I think that this is really some magician Mercury energy. Mercury is the trickster. There's always a little bit of irony with Mercury here, with Hermes. So it could be that this is really something that you think, I need to figure this out. I need to get to the bottom of what's going on. I need to communicate with this person. I need to get my way, right? I need to get through to them. I need to fix this or solve this. But at the same time, Mercury is kind of saying, this is almost a waste of time. This is almost just like idling. Is there something else here that we're avoiding, and because we're so focused on what's going on with this other person and why they don't like us, why we get this weird vibe, they have this weird aura? Mercury is giving you that intense focus and concentration, the ability to figure things out. The ability to put all of your effort into healing this relationship, whatever it is. But at the same time, they've got a little bit of a smile, a little bit of a snicker, right? Because there might be something that we're avoiding. The next two cards are these two, 3 of Swords, 7 of Cups. There might be something that happened in our past that we are avoiding, thinking about, addressing, looking at, integrating, processing, or letting go of. It may not involve this person at all, but maybe it does. Maybe. I think that this issue, this dilemma, this mystery, is something for us to indulge in, to kind of distract us from what's really going on, from what is really causing you this pain. Because there's something that you're kind of unhappy about. There's something that you are either mourning or lamenting. You got some feelings about something here. And I feel like this issue, I don't think it's involving this person. I think this is just kind of what you may be occupying yourself with. It might just be Seven of Cups. It might be an indulgence to avoid this painful memory, this painful experience, or whatever this is that we have yet to integrate. Right? This is still some shadow work that needs to be done, and I think you know that. Mercury knows that. The magician knows that. The magician is creating a different reality for you to get involved with so that we don't have to deal with this reality. Right? So this whole situation might not quite be what we think it is. It could be partly from our own reality-making faculty, right? Our own kind of imagination, I guess, manifesting. So I think the message really is that we have to bring these two together. And I think it's only by the fire and the water, instead of having their backs to each other, by coming together and really kind of getting to the bottom of this. You almost have to dive all the way down to the bottom of the pool to figure out how to get out of the pool, right? Seems counterintuitive. But you almost have to go to the very center of the matrix to get out of the matrix. And perhaps when you get to the end of this rabbit hole with this person, you'll realize that there were things that you were trying to encounter. There were things that you were trying to process, things that you really needed to face within yourself, and it might be through this whole process that you're able to do that. You know? I want to look at that mystery card. A very, very interesting reading today. Very interesting reading today. The alien has kept a good watch over this mystery card. The frog's just staring at me. I don't know what this mystery card is going to be. I wonder if it'll be a six of something. A six of cups would be nice, or a six of discs. It might even be something like the Judgment or Eon card. Well, let's find out. No, it's the five. The Five of Swords. Five of Swords is about this idea of winning or losing. And we got a Five of Cups, so we kind of feel this. We feel the movement of the emotions about this thing. And I'm thinking that the emotion, why there is so much emotional water movement, is because of the stuff over here on the path of the serpent that we need to deal with. That's where the emotions are really coming from. And with the Five of Swords, it might be only through the outcome of this situation with this watery person. Through the outcome of that kind of battle, whether you win or lose, that you'll realize that this was kind of a mock battle, that this was a symbolic challenge, a symbolic sword fight here. And really what you were doing was trying to get in touch with these feelings and these issues that we're talking about over here. So whether you win or lose this battle, it's through that kind of the conclusion of it, that at the end of the game, you might realize this was all just kind of a game. This was all just a metaphor for something that I'm wrestling with myself in here. You know, and I know this reading is maybe a little too psychological or something like that. I could say with the Queen of Discs and Pentacles there at the end, that by the end of all of this, you will be a very successful person in terms of processing all of this, getting through this current time of your life, this issue, this struggle, whatever is, really taking place. You'll get through that, and you'll be able to look back at everything and see the exact path that you took to get here. Okay? As the Queen of Discs. As somebody who appreciates the journey that they've taken because it got them where they are. So I think you will be successful in this and in all of your endeavors. I am praying that you get through this situation quickly so that you can begin to enjoy and appreciate success and abundance in your life. And I'm sending you a lot of love and a lot of light. And I think that it might have to be through this Five of Swords that you come to this full realization of what all of this really does mean for you inwardly, you know. See, this figure here has kind of won the battle. They've defeated all of the opponents and they feel so proud and so happy of it. But the other people, the so-called enemies, don't really care. They just kind of, it doesn't mean anything to them. Oh, they lost the game. Okay, well, they're going off and they're continuing their life. Or they didn't even know that they were playing. They had no idea that they lost anything, that they were involved in some battle. But this main figure here is very happy, very, very proud that they've gotten the best of these opponents. But they weren't even really opponents, right? Interesting, very interesting. We're going to do an extended. If you want to stick around, click on the link that's right here. You can have access to all of the extended readings, not just for Libra, but for all of the signs. I encourage you to do that. We're going to see if we can explore this a little bit more, get any other messages that might come through for Libras. I want to thank you for being here and thank you for letting me read for you here on Dove and Serpent Tarot.